Hi, this is Adam Button from AroundFX, and today we want to talk about gold. Gold has been in a long-term uptrend, rising from $300 to a record high a few weeks ago of $1,260 per ounce. Let's take a look at some of the technicals. Let's bring in a weekly chart of the last 2 years, and we can see that there's been an uptrend there from October 2008 when we hit a low all the way up to recently when we hit that record high. But for the last 6 weeks since touching off that record high, it's been 6 consecutive down weeks. So technically, things are starting to look a little bit more negative for the gold picture. So now if we look at this chart, we can draw in a trend line. As we go from the lower left to the upper right here, we can see that we've bounced off support several times, but recently we've broken below that trend line. That's sending a bearish signal on the weekly charts. You can see that we do have some support. We see the major feature on this chart is support at 1043. That's the yearly low this year, and we think we could go all the way down and test that and still remain in a fairly secure uptrend on the long term for gold. If we zoom in a little bit and look at the daily chart, we can see that it was yesterday that we fell below that support line. And we've really moved swiftly to the downside. If we draw in also the 200-day moving average, and we can also draw in downtrend resistance on that, we can see the 200-day moving average about 1048 today. We can easily see the market going there. But first, we think we're going to get a bounce back up to the old support line, that weekly support line, somewhere around 1180, and then we think we're going to turn over lower, go and test that 200-day moving average, and likely even move lower. The market has really stepped away from worries about sovereign fears, and that's what's been propelling gold. We do have some US dollar weakness though, so that's a bit of a risk for gold and a bit of a risk for the gold bears. But the trade for us, we want to sell around 1080, look for a downside, at least the 200-day moving average initially, maybe a little bit of a bounce from there, and sell again looking for a fall to 1043, which we think will hold all sell-offs, and eventually we're going to see gold to new record highs as we think the long-term picture for gold remains extremely bullish. For AroundFX, I'm Adam Button.